Hey there, my Harlem Roadrunner students. I'm going to show you today how to find books in the Destiny Discover system. When you click on the tree on the iPad, the Destiny tree takes you to this page. You're going to find our name, Harlem Elementary, and click on our name. And then it opens you to Welcome to the Harlem Elementary Library in the Symbaloo page. In this page are all of the resources that you will be using this year and every year while you are here at Harlem. But the most important resource is there to help you to find books that are in the library and then electronic books if you're in the classroom and you just want to read a book. That is this symbol right down here, Destiny Discover. When you click on the blue icon with the orange light bulb, Destiny Discover is going to open up. It's going to ask you, where are you located? You are located in Texas, and you are going to type in Harlem. When you type in Harlem, it says Harlem Elementary, Baytown. You're going to click, and then you're going to click Go. The Destiny Discover webpage looks like this. Kind of neat, huh? It says Destiny Discover at the top, so that's how you know you're in the right place. The first section is recently added books. These are all new books that have come into the library, and I, Ms. Shipley, have added them to our library. Popular titles are titles of books that have often been checked out, or checked out the most often. Down here you can browse by topic, so we all know graphic novels like not Captain Underpants, Dog Man and Lunch Lady. Those will be in graphic novels. Picture books like Clifford, Angelina Ballerina, Dr. Seuss, all those kind of books are going to be here. And then fantasy books, fairy tale, humor, scary, mystery, adventure, sports, animal tales, historical fiction, biographies, and holidays. So the books are split up into these categories, okay? Remember that in my fiction chapter book section, I do have stickers on the bookshelves, and they are split up by fantasy, humorous, scary, mystery, action, adventure, sports, historical, realistic, and stuff like that. So this may help you get to learn how to get to the book that you want to read quicker. Down here as we scroll is Lightbox. Notice it has like a sideways 8. That means that it's a web link. If it's a web link, that means that it's got interactive videos that you can look at or learning tools, and it's not just a regular book. It's got some fun stuff in it too. eBooks. When you have an E that is connected to the book, the word book, it's an ebook. That means it's an electronic E when it's lowercase. When it's a capital E, that means easy, which just means in library terms, picture books. So don't get those two confused, okay? So when it's a lowercase e that's connected to books, it is an ebook. That means you can read it on the iPad, you can read it on the computer, you can read it on mom and dad's cell phone, wherever you want to read it, but you cannot pick it up off the shelf. You actually have to have an electronic device to read it. Then we have interactive ebooks, and those are these are sideways 8. Those are our Livebox books that are also interactive and learning, so they've got activities in them. I'm going to scroll up to the top, and one question that I have a lot, I get a question a lot, is where can I find a princess book? So I'm going to type in the word princess. I'm going to hit enter. So when I type in princess books, it shows me all of the princess books that have either a princess in it, or it's a story about a princess, or something like that. It has something to do with a princess. Notice on the left corner of each title book, okay, each section, it'll have a little flap, and that's called a dog ear. A dog ear, it's either going to say green and it's going to say in, and those are for books that are actually in the library. Green means go. That means you can go to the shelf, find them, and you can check them out, or you can check them out online. Then this one, if it's a red dog ear flap, it is red and it says out. That means it's already checked out. You can't check that book out online. You can't check that book out. Notice there's a difference between some of these books. So let's start here. The Princess and the Pizza, which actually is a really cute book. Princess and the Pizza, when you click on it, it's going to bring up more information regarding this book. This is the important information for this book. It tells you about the author, Mary Jane, illustrator Herm Och, and then it has a little, either a sentence or a paragraph, kind of giving you a short summary, which a lot of you need to, remember summary, and it gives you a bit of a summary that you can read about the book to help you better decide if you want that book or not. It's an out-of-work princess applies to become the bride of a Prince Rupert, but first she must pass several tests, including a cooking test. So she's trying to pass a test. Right here is what is super important. Okay, it has a little picture of a book, little open book there, and then it has the word book. This picture means that you can actually go to the shelf and you can find this book on the shelf and you can get it. You can check it out. All right? Green means it's good. It's ready for you to check out. But then, once you know that this is a regular book you can find on the shelf, how do you find it? You're going to look at the bold information below. Remember, anything that's ever in bold, that means that it's very important. Bold means very important. It has an E in front of it, but this time it's an uppercase E. It's not a lowercase e, and it doesn't say e-book. It says E, and then it says AUC. What that means is that it's in the easy section, and see below it says easy section. Easy in library terms just means pictures, a book with more pictures. So the picture book section is over to your north side of the library, over by the TV, okay? And if you look, you can find all the picture books, okay, all the easy section is constructed in alphabetical order, which means A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So you can find what you're wanting, the book you're looking for based off the alphabet. So we know it's E stands for easy section, but then we look at the author. So the author's last name, and it goes by the illustrator on this one, it is Och. So it's AUC. So this book is going to be in the A's. And even further, it's going to be the AUC section. So I need to go to the A section, and then I need to find AUC on the spine of the book. Remember, all this important information is always on the spine of the book. Okay? Very good. Now we're going to take a look at another book. Ooh, Princess Frog. The Princess Frog, we're going to click on it. Notice when I click on the Princess Frog, it doesn't have a picture of a book, and it doesn't say book. This one has a green E, and then it says Fallout e-book. So it's a Fallout e-book. That means it's an electronic book because it's a lowercase e connected to the word book. If it's an electronic book, then what I would have to do is I would have to click on this book. Oh, I can't click on it until I log in. So let me show you how to do that. So I'm going to log out. I'm going to go over here to log in. Anytime you want to read an electronic book, you're going to type in your lunch number, and then you're going to type in your birth date. And the reason why mine doesn't work, lunch number, birth date, is because... Okay, so now that I have logged in this top right corner, notice you see my little picture there, I can go back to, there's Princess Frog, and it says things like open, check out, favorite. Those things were not there earlier because I wasn't logged in. Notice here, The Princess and the Pizza, the book that we were talking about earlier in the easy section, I can even put this book on hold if I want to. So, if I click on here, the ebook Princess Frog. I can open. And it says, here are some tools that can help you read this book. So it kind of tells you where the main menu is, where the text-to-speech is, so that if you need some of the book read to you, you have that option. Audio, display options, so there's bookmarks, there's all kinds of things here that can help you read the book easier, even though it's an electronic book. So I'm going to say dismiss, and I'm going to go through and click on the book, and notice over here to the right, I can turn the page, okay? And so I can read, Princess Miranda was tired of being a princess. She was tired of dressing up. She was sick of crowns and jewels. You have to wear them, said the queen, because you're a princess. One day she went to see her godmother, who was a witch. Turn me into something different, she begged. So Miranda's godmother turned her into a frog. Miranda liked being a frog. She liked floating on lily pads and leaping through the leaves and catching flies. One evening she leaped into a park where a young gardener was working. Look at that frog, the gardener said to his friend. Let's catch it and keep it in the lily pond. The next morning the gardener went to look at his very own frog. Miranda was leaping around. The gardener laughed. If I found a girl as funny as you, I might even marry her, he joked. Take me home, croaked Miranda. A frog that speaks? Said the gardener, surprised. So the gardener took Miranda back to his cottage, and she sat beside him in a bowl. If you give me a kiss, said Miranda, I might even turn into a princess. I don't kiss frogs, said the gardener, but he did it anyway. Suddenly a pretty girl stood beside him. He fell deeply in love. Princess Frog, will you marry me, he said, but Miranda wasn't quite sure. No more dressing up, she asked. The gardener laughed. Jeans? And no more crowns, said Miranda. They give me such a headache, the gardener laughed. No crowns here, he said. And I'll need to keep leaping, Miranda added. I'll build you a trampoline, promised the gardener. Okay, said Miranda. If I don't have to dress like a princess, I will marry you. And so they were married, though the queen did not approve of Miranda's wedding outfit. And of course, they lived happily ever after. But every once in a while, Miranda slipped back into her frog skin and floated happily on a lily pad in the pond. Here are some activities at the end of this book to help you better understand the different events. So you can put, the puzzle helps you put the events in order. Okay. This is a matching game of who said what. And then notes on different adult activities, so teachers can give you activities, and then there's the answers to the puzzles. So books even have fun stuff at the end. So let's go back. We're going to exit out of here. We're going to go back to Destiny Discover. You can take an AR test on that book later. So we're going to take a look and see how we can find fiction books. I know for my 4th graders, you mainly read fiction or chapter books. So I'm going to go back to the beginning page. That's the home page, Destiny Discover. And notice that some of these books, the popular titles, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Dog Man, all these kind of things, are here. So I'm going to click on, even though most of my Diary of a Wimpy Kid are checked out, I'm going to click on this one, Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Okay. Greg Heffley's journal. So here we have the information for Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Gives a little summary okay, of what the book is about to see if you can